All right, so now that we're done all of our jelly printing, your plates can get put away in storage. Now, I tend to leave all this stuff on there simply because it makes prints a lot more interesting, and that's part of what makes jelly printing fun for me, and part of the unpredictability of it, because you couldn't reproduce that if you tried. But some people don't like to keep their those things on their plate. Some people like to clean them off completely. So here's a couple ways that you can do it. First way is by simply using some acrylic paint and pulling another print. So we're going to do that first, see what comes out, see what comes off of here. Exactly the same way as we've been doing it this whole time. Make sure it's got really good contact. There. So some of that did come off. Once again, you could use this as a die cut, you could use it as a background, you could collage with it. There we go, same as that. So there's still some stuff that's on there that came up. Now, you could do that again, although there's probably not much left on there. So another way to get your plate completely clean is just by using some packing tape. So let's cut a piece off here. Put it on the section that you want to pull the paint off of. And you may need to do it a few times just to get everything up. It's actually wet, so that's not actually coming up because it's wet. But basically anywhere that you're seeing some build up, some extra paint, you can use the packing tape to lift any of that up there. You see that came up there. Now, some people like to take this packing tape and use it in your journals or in your projects and stuff like that. Personally, I don't, simply because I have no idea where in the world I would store the tape before using it. But if that's your cup of tea, if you like doing mixed media, if you want to add it to your things, your projects, you absolutely can keep it and reuse it. So I think we've got everything up there. So our plate is clean and ready to store. Actually, I see a little bit there, but I'm just going to leave it. You know how to store it. Now, I live in a fairly humid climate, so I don't really worry about my gel plates drying out, but I know that it is an issue for some people, especially if you live in a drier climate. So you can just use some mineral oil and rub it on there and help to keep it hydrated. The other thing is I know there's a product that is a gel plate conditioner that can help with that as well. So there you go. Happy gel printing. I'll see you in the next section, and we'll start to make a few cards out of some of the prints that we've made. One final thing before getting to the next section is your gel plates come in this little clamshell thing here. I store my plates right in that clamshell. It came with some plastic, and I tend to store my plates on there. Some people say that you can get bubbles from doing this. I haven't had that experience. I haven't had to worry about it. But if you find that you're getting bubbles in your gel plates that do affect your printing, you could just use some copy paper to put on top of there, and that would solve that problem there. One of my pieces came in there, so I just put it right back into the clamshell. And then take this one off of this plate. This is all just alcohol ink. It can just be cleaned off with some isopropyl. And this way, when I put them in my drawer that I store these in, I don't have to worry about things affecting them or them getting damaged or whatever. They're in their protective clamshell, and we're ready to go for the next time that I want to do some jelly printing.